Hello, and welcome again to our daily devotional for today, December 3rd. If you missed the devotionals for December 1st or 2nd, you can always go back on Facebook or YouTube and watch those first. But my name is Pastrix Carmen, and our question from John Wesley today is, do I practice godly behavior? Oh man, is that a characteristic that any of us really want to examine? Or do we want to pull at that string too tightly? Well, one characteristic of godly behavior that we don't hear about too much is empathy. The joke in my family is that my husband is the sensitive one. Our daughters knew when they were little that if they were sick or if they were scared, that Daddy was going to be a lot more sympathetic than Mommy. And somehow, in spite of having me as a mom, both of my children have turned out to be very empathetic adults. But I want to tell you about my oldest, Riley. When she was about 13, we took a train to Chicago for a couple of days. And she, for the first time, really saw the people on the street that didn't have homes. And she was distraught. So when we planned our trip for the next year, she wanted to be prepared. She wanted to have hygiene kits and sack lunches to be able to give to all of these people that she saw on the streets in Chicago. So, this was a labor of love. I took her to local stores and medical offices and dentist offices where she asked for donations, and then she assembled the bags and it included a handwritten note with each one. In the end, she made 12 of each type of bag, which was more than enough because you don't realize how heavy those things are going to be until you're lugging them all over Chicago. It was not a picnic, but it was a good thing. The interaction and the conversations that she was able to have with those people who didn't have homes, who lived on the streets, made a huge impact on her, and I'd like to think that it made an impact on them too. That we stopped, we talked, and we shared a little bit of our lives with each other. You know, we worship the God who not only created us and loves us, but leans into our lives, chases us, and pursues us endlessly. And during Advent, we are called to personal holiness as we think about God's loving behavior for all of their creation. Think about the empathy that God showed by sending Jesus, by becoming flesh and blood and experiencing all of the hunger, the grief, the heartache, the pain, all of the things that we suffer from time to time. God is with us. But God also challenges us to think beyond our own personal needs and motivations. So I encourage you to thank God for the many ways they lean into our lives, the ways that they love us, seek us, and chase us. And then offer God all that you are and all that you might ever be in the name of Jesus. Will you pray with me? God of light, help us to embody your spirit so that we may extend empathy to your beloved. Amen.